everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to TodayIFeelLike.com. Today we have the brand new Apple Airpods Pro. These are the truly wireless earphones from Apple. They're new, they have a fitted design, and they're noise canceling, active noise canceling. Let's check them out. Here we go. All right, let's go ahead and just open the box up right quick and see what we get inside with it. So we're just gonna open that top up and we're gonna see there is some documentation here. So that's always nice to have. We have the actual earbuds right here, or the case here, the charging case. So we'll take this out of the little plastic, see what this looks like. And there we go. So we have that out of there. And the case looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like the other case, except it's sort of horizontal positioning instead of vertical positioning, but it looks basically the same. So what else do we get in here? We have a charging cable here, and this is a USB-C on one side and Lightning on the other. So that's kind of cool. I wish they just would have made the charging case a USB-C, so it could just be USB-C, USB-C. Here are some extra earbuds. And yeah, so there you go. You have extra earbuds in there that you can use to get your earbuds your right fit. So unlike the AirPods in the past, you now can actually change the ear tip so that you can get a fit that actually works for you. So let's go ahead and I'll put those away for the moment. And yeah, I think that's actually it. That's all that comes in the box there. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna set that off to the side. I'm gonna grab my iPhone here and we're gonna go ahead and actually see if we can get these things set up and see what it looks like when you go through the pairing process. That's one of the things that's supposed to be really good about the AirPods Pro or the AirPods in general, is that it's supposed to have that very easy, simple pairing process. So let's see what that looks like. All right, let's go ahead and hop into the phone and see what it looks like when we pair these bad boys up. So let's go ahead and open up the case here and see what this looks like. And right now it's saying not your AirPods Pro, and I'll hit connect there. So we'll hit the hold button on the back, and there we go. We're holding the button there, and now it says connecting. And yeah, so this looks like it's gonna work out well there. So it's giving us some information about media control. It says press once on either earpod to play or pause. You can switch between noise canceling and transparency mode by holding the stem of there. There's a little button on there. Yeah, and then the control center says you can press the volume slider to view additional controls for noise cancellation and transparency. So yeah, so I guess we'll try that. We'll go into the control center in just a second here. It says announce messages. It says have Siri read out messages without having to unlock your iPhone. Siri will avoid interrupting you and will listen after reading messages so you can reply without saying, hey Siri. Now I'm gonna skip that for now, so I'll hit not now. And there we go. So there's my AirPods. It shows that they're at 93%. And so I'll go ahead and hit done. And there we go. We are now done there. And so let's go ahead. I'm gonna go into settings here. And actually, excuse me, I'm gonna go into the control center and I'm gonna hit the power thing there. Oh, yeah, I guess I have to take them out and put them in my ear. So let's go ahead and take them out and we'll put them in my ear here. And let's see. We'll see, make sure we get them in there right. And now I can hold this there. And there we go. Now I can see the different modes where you have the transparency mode, noise cancellation, and then off. So I can go ahead and actually I can do it from here. I'm supposed to. So if I push and hold that, there we go. It changes over to noise cancellation. And if I push and hold it again, there we go. It goes back over to transparency mode. Transparency mode is like hear through mode on other earphones where you can actually hear the ambient noise around you. So the only thing I don't think I can get to is the off part. So if you hit the off button right there, it actually turns off both transparency and noise cancellation, and then it's just sort of like you have a Q-tip stuck in your ear because it's just you sound sort of muffled. So we'll put on noise cancellation again there, and yeah, so let's go in and see if we can play some music and see how that works out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open up, say, Amazon Music. So I'll go in there and open that up, and there we have E40. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the play button. And it's there. It's Yeah, it just sounds okay. It just sounds okay. It doesn't sound the greatest. But let me go and, I wonder, I have my screen recording on, so I wonder if that's affecting it somewhat, the sound quality. But let me do this. I'm going to go actually, I'm actually going to go in back to the settings, because if you go over to the settings part and go to Bluetooth and find your AirPods, and right here where it says Larry's AirPod connected, if I hit the info button, I can actually then go and do an ear tip fit test to make sure that I'm getting the correct fit. That may be part of the reason why it doesn't sound great. So I'm going to hit the ear tip fit there. I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to hit play. And I think I'm going to have to scroll down. There we go. Hit play again. And right away it's playing music. So I guess it's maybe that's how they do the ear tip fit there. So there we go. It's still going. So yeah, I think this... I think it might be affected because I have the screen recording software on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn the screen recording software off here, and I'm going to stop this. All right, so I went ahead and turned the screen recording software off. I'm going to go ahead now and actually try and run this ear tip fit test again and see what this sounds like. So I'm going to hit that, and I'm going to hit continue. I'm going to hit the play button. I'm going to scroll down, hit the play button again, and I'm going to... all right, there we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it says I have a good seal now. So it says I have a good seal. So one thing that I did notice right away when I did this is that as soon as I turned off the screen recording, the audio quality on these things got much, much better. So I'm going to go back into my Amazon Prime Music here, and I'm going to play my E40 again. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. Now the bass is kicking. There we go. Now the bass is kicking. I hear that. All right. All right. Let me see. I'm going to hit. Yep. The play pause on there works. Yep. All right. Now, supposedly, if I hit this twice, it'll go to the next track, which it just did. All right. And we'll hold it. Go to transparency mode. Yep. Now, if I hit this 3 times, it goes to the previous track. So there we go. So now I'm back on my E40 track. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this. This works. And so let me just go ahead and stop this. And yeah, this so far they sound pretty good. They're not as good as some of the other earphones. So let's just go in. I'm gonna take these out of my ears for the moment, and let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that may make these worth it for you and reasons why they may not be worth it for you. So one of the things that may make it worth it for you is if you're fully engrossed in the Apple ecosystem. So if you have, iPhones, iPads, Apple TVs, MacBooks, all that stuff, then it may be worth it for you, because when you use AirPods, the connection syncs across iCloud, so that your device is already paired up with other devices, and that's really nice. So if you have an iPad and you go and put these on, it'll automatically be paired up and you're ready to roll. Now, I did try this earlier, with another pair of AirPods with my Apple TV, and it didn't sync across, so I'm going to have to try it with these ones and see if it works on there. But for the most part, that's kind of the only reason, is the ease of syncing these earbuds to devices. And to be frank and honest with you, is that if you have any other pair of Bluetooth earphones, it doesn't work really that different. You have to manually sync them the first time, or manually pair them the first time, and then after that, they just automatically pair whenever you turn the earphones on or open up a case and put them in your ear. They automatically pair and they're ready to go. I mean, that's how it works with my Jabra Elites. That's how it works with God knows how many other pairs of earphones that I have. I have lots of other earphones, some Jaybirds and all kinds of other earphones, and it works the same with all of them. Now, these are $250. Now, do I think they're worth $250? I mean, to each his own, but I'm going to say no. I don't think they're worth $250. They do have some nice features on here, like the active noise cancellation. It does come with a wireless charging case so that you can charge these up wirelessly, but I just don't think these are worth $250. They don't sound $250 strong. The fit is much better than it was with the old AirPods. I could not use the old AirPods at all. With these ones, I can actually put the smallest tip in there, and then the smallest ear tips, I can put those on the AirPods, and then I can use them with my ears because I have small ear canals. So I can actually do with some smaller ones, but you know, for what it is, it does work. You do get a better fit. These are actually usable to me now, where the other ones I just couldn't use them at all, so I just didn't use them. But they sound decent. Don't get me wrong, they sound decent. They do, but there are other earphones that sound much better. Now, the other thing to consider too with these is battery life. You know, you're talking about like 4.5 hours of battery life for listening time. If you're talking on the phone, you're talking about 3.5 hours. Now, that's decent. It's not bad. It's not, as of right now, it's not bad. But, you know, next month in November, you know, Jabra is coming out with the Jabra 75 Elite 75 Ts, and you're talking about 7.5 hours of battery life on a single charge. So, I mean, there's other earphones that are now getting more battery life. So these are a bit behind the curve, to be honest with you. So, I mean, that's something else to consider. I wouldn't take these on a long trip. If you're going on a long airplane ride, these wouldn't be the ones that I would take with me necessarily. I'd probably want something else with longer battery life, although that noise cancellation on a plane might be really nice. Now, there is another nice feature about this charging case is that if you're about to go to the gym or something like that, and there you find your AirPods are dead, you can go ahead and throw them in the charger for 5 minutes. 5 minutes will give you enough juice to last you for an hour. So, I mean, that is a nice thing. There is fast charging in there like that. So, anyways, you guys, that's my take on it. It's my initial impressions. I think I'm going to keep them and use them for a little bit so that I can try and get a better feel for them. I'm going to see how they work with my MacBook Pro when I'm editing, if there's any latency issues with audio syncing or anything like that. So, I'm going to see how they do and decide if I'm going to keep them or not. But for right now, I'm going to hang on to them. They do sound pretty good, but I wouldn't say they're worth $250. I think if you guys, if you want the cool factor of having AirPods, then it's probably worth it to you. If you're into that and you want that cool factor, it's definitely there. People like it. You have the white ear tips. They have them hanging out your ears. People will notice you. And if you want that simplicity of being able to just have everything paired up quickly and without having to actually manually go into your Bluetooth settings, then you can do that too. But if those things aren't important to you, and the most important thing to you is having, good, solid, great sounding earphones, there's much better options. And there's another feature that I didn't really talk about that I don't like that this is missing, that some of the other earphones have, is there's no volume control on here. So when you use these, you have to either, adjust the volume manually by going into your phone, or if you have an Apple Watch, you can use a digital crown to change the volume, to lower it or raise it. Or the other alternative is you have to ask Siri, and I don't like any of those options. I don't want to be dependent on another device to raise and lower the volume. If I'm out and I have my phone in my pocket and I want to turn the volume down, I don't want to have to take my phone out of my pocket to do it. I don't want to have to worry about having an Apple Watch in order to be able to turn the volume up or down. And I definitely, if I'm someplace where, in a grocery store or I'm shopping or somewhere, I definitely don't want to activate Siri just to turn my volume down. I'd much prefer to be able to do it right on the earbuds. And there are earbuds that can do it, like the Jabra 65Ts. They're fantastic. They have volume controls right on the earphones, and they just work really, really well. All right, everyone, so there you have it. That is a look at the brand new Apple AirPods Pro. These are the newest deals. They changed a few things on there. They now have that fitted tip on there, so for people like me who couldn't wear the AirPods before, these will actually stay in your ears now. They cut the stem down some, so it's not so long. I thought the stem was ridiculous in the first place. Now it's a little less ridiculous. Still ridiculous, but a little less ridiculous. It has active noise cancellation. It has transparency mode, which is like a hear-through mode, so you can hear the ambient noise around you. You can actually turn all that off and just have regular earphone sounding stuff. It has the key wireless charging case so that you can charge these on one of your wireless charging pads or stands. It pairs up with your Apple Gear nicely. If you're into the whole Apple ecosystem, these will work out really nicely for you. And they sound decent. They're solidly good sounding earphones. They're not bad. They're not great. They're solidly good. There are better ones out there for lower prices with more functionality. One of the things I don't like about these is the fact that there's no volume control on there. You have to either change the volume on your phone, on an Apple Watch, or you have to ask Siri to do it for you. I don't like any of those methods. I really wish they had volume controls on the actual earbuds. So anyway, I'm going to leave a link to these down below in case you guys want to check them out. And I hope you guys liked this video. And if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel. And follow me on Facebook. And I am Larry with TodayIFeelLike.com. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.